So let's take a look inside. Imaginative Realism by James Gurney. That's how to paint something that doesn't actually exist. I'll start off by saying that this book is not a step-by-step, paint-by-numbers type of follow-me-along book. I think it's much more than that. There's lots of those out there. And in the introduction, he actually says that this book explores the question of how to paint a realistic picture of something that doesn't exist. It is intended not only for artists interested in fantasy and science fiction, but also for anyone who wants to recreate history, visualize extinct wildlife, or simply tell a story of a picture. So, such as this painting, sorry. You know, it's things that don't naturally exist. So the best way for me to go through this book is to try and cover as many pages as possible, so you get a real good grounding of what's in this book. And you can then decide if you want to buy it yourself. So there's a picture of Mr. Gurney himself in his own studio, and you can see he's got lots of busts and models, maquettes around there, and drawings and plans. And he does cover table, easel, lights, so the basic setup that he uses, helpful equipment. So things a bit different here than you'd find in normal art books, where he discusses, you know, how to hold sculptures and the other things he makes to help him along with the drawing and painting of things that don't actually exist, because it's too difficult to paint them really just out of your mind. So he covers mediums, brushes, painting media, preliminary sketching, thumbnail sketches, storyboards as well, obviously used in the movie industry. Colour experiments, this is really interesting. So actually basing your scene on a main colour. Charcoals, corrections and tracings as well. So how to put people in various positions. What level to use. The eye level is the height of the viewer's eye above the ground, usually represented by a horizontal line. So we go into that as well in this book. Perspective grid. So if it's going to be realism, you know, your perspective has got to be spot on. I wouldn't say this is a book for a complete beginner. It's somebody who's really starting to push the boundaries a bit now, you know. Well, perhaps a beginner if they actually want to specialise in fantasy art and that type of thing, really, I suppose. It'll give you a massively great grounding on where to go with that type of art. Information and atmosphere. People, mirror studies, tonal paper studies, something I really love doing, working on tonal paper. So you can see how the study has then ended up actually in the main painting as well. Once again, studies ending up in the painting. So before he's working on and spending hours, days, weeks on a subject, and setting things up as well, really critical for painting fantasy with, you know, excellent realism. You need to know where the shadows are, where the muscles are straining, and perception. Professional models and using them. Head maquettes. Costumes. Characters in settings. See how in depth this book really is. And the thing that James Gurney is really known for, the dinosaurs. So a book of his wouldn't be complete without that, for sure. Using skulls, dinosaurs in their natural environment. So it's something that people can't go there, so it's something that's got to be made up, and made up scientifically. I know Mr. Gurney wants to create his, especially his dinosaur paintings, to be as scientifically representative as possible. So he's obviously also known for the Dinotopia series. So we've got some superb photographs in here showing exactly how he's used models to get that light in perfectly, so you can get the painting absolutely spot on. Homemade miniatures. 3D to 2D maquette. And James Gurney also has a superb YouTube channel, so you can soon see him doing lots of paintings on there and giving lots and lots of tips as well, using skeleton models. So you can see what I mean. It's not really a step-by-step book, but this gives you so much more than that type of thing. I haven't seen any other books out there that come close to this one in giving you the knowledge you really need to paint something that doesn't already exist. So you're not just working from a normal reference photo. This is going beyond that, where the reference photo can give you a certain amount of help. How do you actually get a reference photo of that, for instance? So James Gurney goes on and shows you exactly how he uses different techniques to become one of the best artists in sci-fi, for sure, in my opinion. So lots and lots of examples on how he works, how he gets to the final stage, how he gets to the final painting, creating a scrap file, on location drawing. So you see, actually visiting places and putting them in the fantasy scene, fact into fantasy. Museums and zoos. Obviously, if you're going to put wildlife in there as well, that's the type of things you need to see. Composition is also obviously really important. Two values, silhouettes. I'm just skipping through it because there's so much. And you know what? The important parts are not really the photographs, and there's hundreds of photographs in here, but it's the text, and that's where it is. Years and years of information is coming through. He explains everything so well. Heat maps, where your eyes are going in the field, where the viewer's eye is going, and you can direct that to some extent as well. Spoke wheeling, a similar type of thing, pointing into where you want that centre of interest to be. How to flag the head, how to make it really stand out. So once you've got your basics of drawing and painting, if you wanted to do a scene like this, it's so complex, where do you even start? This is the book for you, for sure. It's really going to help, and it's the type of book that you're going to read and read again, just like his other book, Colour and Light. It's almost an encyclopedia. It's a reference book, and I've always got this out, even though I'm painting realism and animals that exist today, so I can go and get my own reference photos. This book I found of superb help to me, as well as Colour and Light. I can't recommend both of those enough. They are absolutely brilliant. Careers, paperback covers, movie design, so anything really you want to get into with fantasy, this is the book for you. Theme park design afterward. I hope this has given you a good representation of what's in this book, and you can pick this book up anyway. Mr. Gurney has also got some great videos over on his website and his Facebook page and all different places. So hopefully you've enjoyed this quick and brief review of this fabulous book, and I'll see you all again real soon for a new book. Hope you've enjoyed that video, and if so, I got lots more on my YouTube channel, and don't forget, the only way not to miss out on any new videos is to click the subscribe button. On my website I've got full-length feature videos, I've got reference photo CDs and ebooks, and also the new Easy Trace line art tool. So hope to see you either on my YouTube or my website jasonmorgan.co.uk. See you all again real soon.